Hey, it's Dino, Digitspin Crypto, and thank you for showing up for our feature presentation. Now, a couple quick things. We obviously have our Telegram channel listed below, where we have Mike from Veriscoin and George from WebDollar that show up there. So join up if you'd like, ask any questions that you want. And of course, we have our Twitter account also in the comments below. Now, keep in mind, I am just a guy in a straw hat mumbling at the screen. So it's not financial advice, but hopefully something that you can learn and go forward from there. So let's get started and move right along. I always loved that thing ever since I was a kid. There's my blue straw in the way. I hate that thing. All right, let's take a quick look. One thing I did want to mention was our giveaway that we do in the after party, which happens right after any feature presentation. We have now 1,000 Electronium, and due to some of the community from WebDollar, they've given us some WebDollars to give away. So we're going to give away at 1,000 subscribers. We're going to give away 1,000 Electronium and 1,000 WebDollars, a total of 2,000 cryptos. Keep that in mind. To win, you have to be part of the after party. All right, let's close that right up and move right along. Now, what I wanted to also tell you was a couple of things. Let's get to some of the news. First, we have the OKEx for exchange, OKEx, and I'm sure most of you guys know about this. And this allows, they're doing a vote on Telegram. Make sure that if you participate in Telegram, that you follow the instructions. Basically, you have to join the OKEx Telegram channel, and they have a pinned message at the top. You click on that, you'll scroll down, you'll see the report of all the votes currently. You keep scrolling down and you'll see buttons, gray buttons, and then you can vote for Electronium. That's all you got to do, and we can get on there. Now, what I have here is a link to my friend over at Northeast Texas Technologies. Let's see if we can, I'm going to drop that into the chat real quick, and I just posted that in the chat over here, and so that you can click on that and watch his video. He'll give you a step-by-step and some details about the vote. Since everybody else has done that already, I'll just mention it and let you guys take a look at some of the great Electronium YouTubers to find out how to vote. But it's as simple as what I said. Don't cost you anything. Additionally, what I'm going to do is go over to the Digitspin channel. And the reason why I'm doing that real quick is as follows. What I had did to make things a little bit easier, you'll see the live streams up at the top that we have participating. On Friday at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Northeast Technologies and myself will have a live AMA chat, and we'll talk about mining, we'll talk about Electronium, WebDollar, Bitcoin, all sorts of good stuff. It will be simulcasted on both channels, so you can watch it on Northeast channel or on Digitspin and be able to ask us some questions, and we'll have a good time, and it should be fun. That's this Friday at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I've also made some changes to the page to make it a little bit easier for you to find things. Obviously, you have your general uploads, which are in succinct order of as how they have been produced. We'll have categories for popular uploads, which are the ones that have the most views. Now, all of these feature presentations will be listed here now from now on, and that list will grow along as it continues. And I've now always in this top left will tell you what type of video it is. The special broadcasts are something that is very specific or unique for a particular coin or topic, and that's that only topic or some kind of a special event that I'm doing, and those will be under special broadcasts. All the after parties and live broadcasts will be placed here, so you can watch any of the live shows, get all the great goodness out of each and every one of them. And there's a lot of information that happens in the after party because a lot of people ask a lot of good questions. And of course, all of the original live shows are there that we did together as we went along. And then the last category is interviews. These are going to be interviews with people, different coin projects, and different YouTubers. So obviously, the Texas one will show up in the interviews after we've completed it. Now keep in mind, tomorrow, we were supposed to do it yesterday, but we had to delay it, and we've rescheduled for tomorrow. I'm hoping that that will go through. We're going to be interviewing the folks from Komodo Coin, and the Komodo platform, and all of the amazing tools that the Komodo platform offers. And that should be a fun and interesting conversation. We have a couple of others that we have squirreled away and that we're working on, and I'll announce them as I get further information upon that. So hopefully this will be easier for everybody to find the topics and the items that they're looking for. All right. So first news up is, and this is, I want to talk about this and my thoughts on this. In the Chinese tech hub, basically in China, they're starting to ban any type of crypto promotions. That means that they're not allowed to have any conferences or try to promote crypto technologies. And this is a CoinDesk article, and I'll put the link there. Go visit CoinDesk. They have some great articles out there. But this was originally banned in Guangzhou City, and it's starting to spread to a couple of other areas. And they're citing that the reason why they're doing it is that they don't want to undermine the currency in China, and that's their position on it. They don't want to have, now obviously with a communist rule, money is power, and they don't want to lose that power, and they're trying to keep their national currency, their fiat, primary. But additionally, I think it may go deeper, and I'm thinking about this. By banning or trying to discourage cryptocurrency, yeah, it props up their currency, and I'm curious to know what you guys think on this. But my thoughts I have a tendency to think into the future, and part of my job here is to find problems before they happen and try to head them off before they do. And one thing is that, if they try to keep folks from using cryptocurrencies or using only theirs, and let the Western nations invest in all of these cryptocurrencies. Now, who makes all of the ASICs and who has the majority? I noticed they're not shutting those down, right? No, they're not. So at any point, here's my thought on this. At any point, by keeping their citizens away from Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, they can cause havoc or destruction of a financial system in the West by shutting down ASICs or shutting down the processing of these coins. And this could be a planned method. It's the same thing right now. They hold most of our debt, and they use it as leverage against us. Now, let's say in the future we got trillions of dollars in these cryptocurrencies and they're not using them, but yet they're the keepers of our cryptocurrency by having all of the hashing power and the machines that produce it. Never mind, they had the back door to shut down those machines in Bitmain. They can use that as leverage against the West to, cause havoc. I'm curious to know what you think. Do you think it's planning? Because those guys are real smart and they think years into the future. Do you think that they're trying to use it to be able to keep leverage on the Western countries, or are they just downright fearful of losing power when they lose control of the money? I am gonna put in the top left here a poll, and that's gonna show up. Click on that poll. Tell me what you think when this goes to broadcast, and place your vote on that, and let me know what your opinion is, or in the comments below on this matter. It's one of those two things, and it's really pretty clear to me. I think people are a little bit more devious than you would think sometimes. Now, let's go to Electroneum. Electroneum has been working really hard to get their cryptocurrency into the hands of the unbanked. And I noticed this article came out on yesterday, or 2 days ago. And it's the next Bitcoin gold rush is brewing, and it's in the last place you might expect. And basically, they talk about how all of these coins all of a sudden are finding out about the unbanked, and how there's money to be made to be able to monetize bringing cryptocurrencies to third world areas. And this is a interesting video. You might want to watch it. I'll put the link down below. It's from CNBC. But they're all getting on the bandwagon, and they're understanding what Electroneum has been talking about and has positioned itself for going forward into the future. And they talk about some of the poorest townships in South Africa, and why it will be the epicenter for the cryptocurrency revolution. All right? And I would tend to think that's where Electroneum has been focusing also. I think it's going to come down to who gets there first and has a product that's effective, easy to use, and gets built into their phones. If a relationship can be set up where you buy the phone and it's already preloaded, those are the people that are gonna make things happen. And I'm sure even in more robust countries like South America, they're gonna take advantage of that type of stuff. So it's really gonna be a sprint to the finish line, and I would expect Electroneum sees this and is working hard to make these things happen as quick as possible so that they can take a leading role, because they have everything ready to go. They just got to roll it out. And definitely like to see them double their efforts, because competition is going to sneak up on them if they don't. So I know that that's where they're going. So based on what Richard said. So let's congratulate Electroneum for being ahead of the curve and knowing where to go and what to do. And let's see some results as we go along. All right, that's my thoughts on that matter. Now, one last thing that I want to bring to you guys is about WebDollar, and there's a second thing about Veriscoin. So WebDollar, and I can bring that up real quick. WebDollar has announced a few things in their chat that they're actually working on. So I want to tell you first so that you know all about it, right, Mr. Bean? Yeah. So Mr. Bean knows, right? Absolutely. So what's going to happen here with WebDollar right now? You go and you can mine your WebDollar. WebDollar is going to be changing their emissions, and they're looking to do proof of work, which is what you see on the screen, and they're going to start adding proof of stake. So it'll probably be a 50-50 split, 50% to the proof of work, 50% to the proof of stake. So if you have WebDollars, you'll be able to put them in your wallet, set your mining power to 0, and you'll be able to earn additional WebDollars by just keeping WebDollars in your wallet. And this will help prevent 51% attacks, because obviously even if you mined all of the coins or modified or worked on the blockchain, that would only get you 50%, not the 51%. And you would have to have a majority of all the coins sitting in your wallet. So it ends up becoming a far more complex and expensive venture to try to take over a proof of work, proof of stake environment. So I know that they are working on this. So I'm giving you news up front and breaking of where they're going to be taking WebDollar. And I also know that they are working on the WebDollar exchange. I have a video that we did just the other day. It was a WebDollar special. I will put the link up here above me for the WebDollar show special if you want to know more about WebDollar. And there was a lot of fun and excitement. We gave away a whole bunch of WebDollars, 700-800 of them instantly on the show, so we had a lot of fun doing that. All right. Let's get to my last piece, and we'll close it up for the day. My last piece is real simple. The other day, I did an interview. You will find it on the main page of Digit Spin Crypto. Down below, under the interviews category, you'll see the Verus coin. It's an interesting project, and I wish them a lot of luck with it. They do have some uniqueness, which is important today, because if you have no specific uniqueness, I can't see how you'll survive the onslaught of coins that are going to be out there. And their robustness in the stability of their environment, their network is a proof of work, proof of stake, and delayed proof of work, along with the ability to notarize the Komodo chain and into the Bitcoin network, allows for backup. It's a robust chain, and we'll see if they come out with the applications that they say they are to put on there. We interviewed Michael, and that was an awesome interview. If you want to know more about Verus, take a look at that two-part interview. The reason why I'm bringing it up is in that interview I said that I would mine a couple of coins just to see, a couple of machines just to see. In that video I put the Genesis mining pool. There's 4 of them out there, and just to see how it would work, I threw 5 Ryzen 5s on the environment, and yeah, sure as sugar, my CPU, because this is a CPU based, my CPUs were pulling 140 to 160 mega hash each, which is basically it's using the ASIC section of the processor, so it's performing as an ASIC, as the guy said, and it is pulling significant hash power, and which will allow a CPU to compete. Even if they built an ASIC, it would be the same speed. It's just that you would have a whole bunch of ASICs instead of just the one, but it would all be the same speed. So this could actually be a nice stability factor, and it uses a heck of a lot less electricity to do this. I've let them run for what, 3 days? I think it's 3 or 4 days. I think it's been 3 days I got it up and running. And so far I made 56 Verus coins. The Genesis mining is probably one of the lower mining pools. There's only 50 people on there, and each one has a few miners, so it's not a big pool in the grand scheme of things. It only hits 2 or 3 times a day, but when I do hit, obviously I get a lot more coins than mining in a pool that is just jam-packed with people and machines. But the moral of the story is that you know, it's making some coins. We'll let it run for a few more days, see how it turns out, and I'll squirrel them away for the future. And if everything goes well with Verus coin, who knows? We'll see what they turn into. But I promised you that feedback. It does work. Now the one good thing here is that Genesis already has a executable. You just go to the website, download the file, and you run it. Put your wallet address in there, and it just kind of runs. It's not even like a standard where you get all the text and everything. It's a little GUI interface. They did a nice job putting it together, and it's the simplest miner that I've come across that uses that uses the CPU as a standalone application. It's the simplest standalone application I've seen. So that works out really well. One feedback that I would give these guys is that you can set the hash power to 25, 50, or 100%. I wish they had a 90% button, because at 100% you're maxing everything out, but it works. So that's the great feedback for today, and we've hit everything that I wanted to talk about. So I want to thank you for visiting Digit Spin Crypto. We'll see you on our next special feature. Everybody that wants to participate in the after party, I'll start that up in 5 minutes, and we'll be able to chat and ask me lots of questions, and I have some other things we'll go over, and we'll have a little bit of fun, and we'll have our crypto giveaway, which we give away 50 to 100 WebDollars or Electronium each time we do an after party. So I'll see you there, and thank you.